Okay, coming in. It's nice and clear. Good morning, and you're joining us for Tai Chi in the morning. Stay home Tai Chi. Okay. Okay, I'll talk as soon as we get make sure everything else is nice and sound and clear. Okay. If you just found us, every Tuesday morning, we do Tai Chi. So I focus on the basic techniques, and we'll break down basic just techniques that you can use, and then we'll apply it to the form as we go along. Right now, I'm sharing the swimming butterfly form. So it's a very flowing water element form. Yes, you can really see roll, and you can see the butterfly swimming with the water. So it's the flowing. Okay, so that's our topic today. Is you've been talking about flowing chi. Okay, so when we're flowing, we're trying to keep a constant movement. So Tai Chi is still going nice and slow, but you notice we're not gonna stop in our movements. We're not gonna go too much. So even if you go slow, or if you go nice and medium speed, you're still trying to flow. So what happens is we're not gonna have a habit of stopping, okay? Or say like as we're learning it, especially at the beginning, if we go too much at the beginning, and we think of the power, and you hit, and then you try to do your form, and you wonder why you're always stopping at those points, because you added a release point of the chi shooting out too soon. So instead of we having a nice flow, you might come out too strong and it's doom, and then you find yourself having a harder time to learn a form because you stopped. So we're trying to get our muscle memory to flow and not stop, so we can have our energy flow through. Of course, as later on as you grow, you can have those release points, or you can have the chi coming out too. Yeah, I hope I'm coming in clear. Okay. All right. So chi flow, we start from your natural breathing first. So now just breathe in and exhale. So we're trying to get the dantian breathing. So dantian, you're breathing all the way down, and then you exhale. And eventually you're trying to get it to it's natural breathing. You naturally breathe like that, but depends what we do, and stress or anything can really push the breath up here. So when we have a hand up here, we're trying to see if the chest is moving. And as we go down, the for stomach is moving. Now, if the stomach is moving, the lungs are getting filled up. Okay, so all the internal organs is going to make space. So that's why the stomach comes up. So if you see the baby, or when you finally relax, the stomach go up. So that's a natural breathing. So even as we learn and we go through the movements, and then even if it was like running or do something like quicker, you're still keeping that breath. So I noticed as I learned that too, and I would run when I was like a kid. I would keep the same breathing. I was like, wow, I feel so relaxed. And even though I was like breathing and so I kept calm. So I found that very interesting, because I felt more relaxed. My breath was flowing through, and I was getting oxygen to my muscles or to my for better thinking and the brain itself. So I was like, hey, wow, that's a big deal. It is a natural breathing. But just sometimes again you just need to be aware of it so we can have our mindset or having a natural breathing again. Yeah. So if you do this to yourself and you checking yourself. So I also have the short clips on the side. You can find the daunting breathing. I really just focus on that. Okay. So you can just do that. The funny thing is when I first got introduced to that tour, uh, the had the assistant teacher at that time, and then he was showing the breathing, but his stomach could really go. So it was a very good example. It's like, whoa, okay. Yeah. So once I did that, then we apply all the qigong and the breathing with that, and I was getting more energy as I was doing things, and then it really helped with the your immune system by itself. Okay. So all right, let's make sure everybody's good. So even if you find us later on, you can always put questions in the comments. I'll come to it and try to do my best to answer your questions. Uh, okay, let's see what we got here. And then again, if you find the chat, the main reason for having it live is so we sort of can I can interact too. Yeah, of course, can't have our classes right now, but if I want to play okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's center ourselves first. Inhale. Up towards the heart. Up towards the crown. Big breath to the side. Bring it in, center. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the set, and then we'll continue on breaking it up in breaking up the technique so you can really grasp it. And even if you're learning different forms, the technique is still a technique that you can use for any form itself. Yeah. So we're just learning how to break it up, and that's the main thing. I know I have a lot of students, and then they want to jump into a lot of forms, but you still need to get the technique down. And once you get the technique down, it's so much easier to learn anything after that. So um, yeah, let's get into it. Rough centering. It's the most important thing you gotta learn or be aware of each time, even no matter what you do. Centering keeps your let's break this down. So say like you have a nice area that you visit or that place you feel real calm, you feel very it's like your meditation spot. Or even have a good happy moment. Okay, take that, visualize that. Okay, or anytime you felt so calm, you was at the beach and that feeling. So you grab that visual. Okay. Now what happens is you get that visual and that's use that as your center. What I mean by center, you're bringing it towards your heart. All your energy is here. So it's not out there. So all this craziness going on, or even if it's like gonna perform for a dance or on a stage, nothing's gonna bother you once you get that centering down. Okay, so grab that visual, that ocean, that nice mountain view, or happy, someone that makes you really happy. Okay, well, especially kids. Your kids should be very good. Yeah, that big smile. Okay, so center. Okay, and keep that. So next time you go out to the ocean or somewhere, do that same feeling, center it, and capture that visual. Okay. So now when you do our form, always bring that. So no matter how crazy things get, it's centering. Okay. Now let's begin. So beginning our form, swimming butterfly. We bring the hands down so it's nice and relaxed. See that? You don't have to do anything. You want to let it dangle first because you're trying to be nice and soft. We're going to create that vortex. Okay. So once we start feeling comfortable, our movement, I'm going to exaggerate it. It's coming towards ourselves. Okay. So we've been working on this for the 2 weeks already. We did the form. Now we're really breaking it up. So we're going to move on. So I'm going to just start to flow. Palms facing the floor. Okay. Now you notice just the waist. Okay. Just the waist. This one will take a while to learn, but you notice it's at the beginning, so just take your time. Now happening is that circle here. So I want to, it's gonna go into the side, so I'm gonna move it. Now I'm gonna bring it up slowly. You come up bigger, notice my stance opens up, and notice my waist turns a lot more, and the arms start to move even more. Still same circle. Okay. Now as you bring it above the shoulder, you let the elbow drop. Okay. Palms up. So those that like to focus on numbers, you can go up to 10 times. Okay. Even if you're at the beginning, you can go one. This is one. This is one. So that 1, 2, 3, 4. So that way it's balanced. Okay. To notice the rolling the wrist. We're also doing the easier way. Yeah? So this is the beginner way. Okay. So just open up and drop. Okay. Wave palms in sky. So palms forward. Remember the 1, 2. 1, 2. And in the sway, the stance, one side, forward stance, your right side, forward stance. And remember, I'm not going all the way on this way. Okay. Just recapping what we did before. Hold it towards your right side, center. Okay. Right hand, lead. So flying butterfly. So lean back if you can. So slow. The butterfly flying over, flying butterfly. Okay. Once I turn and you roll out into the whirlpool. So whirlpool representing we're in the water and going low. Okay. So right now we're counterclockwise. I'll come down so you can see. So we're not going too high, we're just going down low for now. It can tilt, but just flow like this. Flow. Okay. And then your last one, so say we did 10, you're gonna press it and open up. Press. So my right palm is going flat like this, and my left hand opening up towards the back. If you can, just go slowly. Now my left hand in my back, see that? Lead, flying butterfly into whirlpool, right side. Okay. So we're just taking our time. Okay. Now my so this is clockwise, and this is our circle. So see this? Okay. And then my left hand also going same direction. Okay. So if I had it on my thing, see that? The main points you're going again, wrist and elbow. So you're getting that break in there. One and one and okay. And then you feel more comfortable, start turning that waist, feel it. So it's a constant movement now. This is that key. See that? Okay. And then the last one, bring it in. Left hand's gonna push forward. Right hand, push back. Just do your best. Embracing palm, forward palm. Okay. Inhale, and we're gonna brush forward left. So here, hold your ball, and forward. Back, inhale, forward, exhale. Okay. Remember the center line, okay. Not open. Let's do the other side. Hold your ball up, turn towards your other side, right? Brush forward, back, inhale. Okay. So notice my stance. Back and forward. Back and forward. Even my waist is turning. Okay. So if I'm looking in front, you see this here. And I come forward there. And then notice my hands, my center line. Boom. So see that? Turn and forward. Okay, last one here. Bring it back. One more time towards our left. Let's give it a big step and a circle. So I mean circle, you're turning this, really going around, okay? And out. Okay. Let's move to the next one. And this is the one we're gonna really break apart today. So bringing the hands up. I'm gonna maybe this angle better. Okay, so wave hands and clouds. Okay. A lot of you should be familiar with wave hands and clouds. Okay. But if I didn't see it like this. So you're gonna start off small. So watch the wrist. Okay. Right side, left side, right side. This one right and left, right And just really small, yeah. Butterflies dancing in front of you. Okay. So this is small. And we're up to medium. So as we go medium, watch the wrist, roll out. Watch the other side, roll out. Okay, so that's the wrist. So you're going small. So you're going small, so start to turn more. Okay. See that? Okay. Real small. So this is a medium. Okay. It should look familiar. You usually see the big one. Okay. So when I go big, use more of the waist and turn. Okay. So we're looking in the front. My left leg is forward. And see the big, see how my whole body turns, my waist. Okay. Come back to medium. And then back to small. Let's do that one more time. From small, medium, and then big. Okay. Turn the waist. Bring it back to small. Let's do that one more time. Medium, big, and then small. Okay. So you can do that small to big a few times. Okay. Just go real slow. Really turn and feel relaxed. And then the second time you can kind of flow it out, feel it. It's okay because we're all still learning it. So get the feeling, get your body used to the movements. Even if you feel awkward or you're going like, you really feel it. We're trying to get the flow. Okay. We're trying to get the comfort in the movement first. And once you can do that, the last one you can fill it out. Okay. So we just find a nice speed first. So we can't go too slow. If you start to get distracted, yeah. So find a nice comfortable speed first. And then we'll bring it right here. Yeah. So that's the wave hands and clouds. Okay. So remember that area. So there's gonna be 10 movements, 10 main steps. Okay. So 1, wave palms, 2, flying butterflies, 3, 4 is brushing forward. Okay. 5 wave hands and clouds. It should be right. Okay. So let's do one more breakdown with the next step, and then we'll just flow through the form after that. So again, I appreciate you joining me every morning for our classes and dealing with the stay-home classes. Okay. All right. Next one. Lifting wins. Yes, wins. I said it that way. On purpose. So somebody takes it, I know it's mine. Okay. So what is lifting wins? Let's start. Understand the wave palms. The palms going up. We're gonna start off big. Okay. So let's go like this. And think of lifting up the air. So we lift the wind. Okay. Notice how it comes back down and then comes back up. Okay. So it's like an uppercut. So 1, And watch my other hand come up. It's gonna come here, but we're gonna move this hand back. Okay? It's a little hidden part, you gotta see that, but it's going at the same time. And this is gonna slide, slide, slide. So at first, you may like, oh, just going like this. When you really break it down, that palm is coming up, and it kind of pulls, it draws back, lifting. Notice my turn, my waist should feel really nice stretch as you do this. Stretch. Take the time. Lift, lift. Okay. Now let's make it medium. So we're getting a little smaller. Okay. Notice I have to sway it. Okay. See, lifting, uprooting. Yeah? Still on our left side. Okay. Now let's go small. Okay. Then we'll go even smaller. So it's almost, you're gonna hold that ball. Let me come up closer. Okay, so small, and then we go smaller. Now watch this now. Hold that ball. It's really tiny, it's really tiny, yeah? So almost the hand is gonna, like you dig it up. See that? So it's evolving on the floor. Still the technique is about uprooting. So it goes up. Okay. So let's go back to medium. And back to big. You feel the difference. And back. Start making it smaller. And then real small, roll that circle forward. Okay. This one might take some time, it's okay. Feel that movement, feel the uprooting of it. All righty. So that's the two main new ones I broke down, yeah? We'll go through the rest of the form. I won't go too much detail. I'll save that for next time. We'll just get ourselves used to the movements. Okay. So here, pull back. Just go through it. Hold your ball, rolling the ball over. Use the elbows. See my waist turn. Let's see if we can, instead of just the beginner way, let's use the step. So right elbow, I'm gonna wind it up to go forward. And as you notice, we're gonna keep flowing. So right here, step forward and press the elbow down. Okay? And keep the circle flowing. And left side. Okay? Now as we bring the ball, make the elbow the focus point. Yeah? Keeping that cheek ongoing, never stop. Okay? And once you take that energy, wind it back, step back. We're gonna set it up. Sinking palms, always slow. Really slow. Inhale, sink. Okay, right foot back. Bring it over. Inhale, sink. Relax it. Right side. Same. Yeah, almost done. Bring it in and pet the dragon's tail. Ooh, brave butterfly. Flavor. Dragon's tail. Ooh. Again, we're doing the beginner way first. Alright, just a little bit more movement. Okay. Now I'm gonna line it up for our closing. So butterfly pressing the wings. Splash the water. Big circle. Okay. Watch the palms facing out. Press the wings. Notice how I go forward, press. Okay. I'll take this circle, right side, bring it in, go soft, splash the water out. Go soft. Okay. Bring it in. Just send there. Whew. Okay. You notice this form feels a lot different from 108 or your short forms. You're really focusing on the technique and the movement. Okay? So I find when I'm sharing this form, uh, even when I had my senior class, and they come up to me after, and it was like, Sifu, I actually learned the whole set, and this is within 10 sessions. It was 12, but after the 10th, you learn 10 movements. So, and they remembered it. So that's some big key. Uh, they took other styles, but this really goes into the techniques. So doesn't matter if you're a beginner or time or advanced. So at the beginning, you see the beginner steps, and then there's a little bit more advanced way, and then you see the more advanced movements that are coming out of the form. So I'm very lucky that I can share that form and teach uh, at the same time someone's new or somebody that's already teaching Tai Chi. I had a lot of teachers that come in the class at the same time, and I can share the form at the same time. So once you learn it, it's up to you if you practice or take it apart. Sometimes you might, even if you're doing it, and think, yeah, it feels nice. Okay. Once you start getting into it, then the form changes. Okay. Like I said, this is a water element, so the whole form is flowing. So the real good secret is go take this to the water and go practice in the water. Okay. Then I'll know if I'll see the difference in your movements. Very special form. Um, what else we've been doing? Okay. So if you notice too, once we start from the beginning, it starts off small, so you're building that chi, and then the vortex starts coming up, and you're building it up. So it's like a big tornado. So it winds up, comes into the air, see the wings, and then you start flowing with the wind. The butterfly flies with it, and it takes it and faces it. It takes that energy, just over and just keeps flowing. Okay. Just takes the energy, it just rolls with it, flows with it. Yeah. So you notice it doesn't stop. I'm going a little quick so you can really see the movement a lot more, right? It just takes it, never ending, always flowing. Yeah, always flowing. So again, you can always go slow. I'm showing you how it looks when it starts as the flow, so the flowing chia. You take that energy, wind it up, still rolls. Okay. So you're gonna go here, here, still constantly moving. Okay. So this is like a nice beginner way. It's advanced to play with it. So there's more movement, yeah. So again, we just relax. Okay. There's, there's different ways of explaining too. There's different layers. You got your fitness, physical part where your body is moving. Then you can get one the chikun, the health, how you moving your chi, you know what I mean? Okay. Then you got the spiritual uh, energy where you want to get the points or energy out. So if you're trying to build the energy, you're trying to get more energy through your body. Okay. That's what the chikun, the moving meditation helps. Okay. Once you do that, then we have more energy, you can do more things. I find one of the main three key things for uh, being really healthy is nutrition, so good food, okay. uh, movement. Movement is, it's a simple thing saying movement. Movement is fitness, doing something. Okay. Also, movement for your mind. So you could, you need something to be creative with. Even if it's like playing a game, at least the mind is running. Yeah. The doctors even, if they do brain surgery, actually give you a board game to help with the mind. Is that interesting? Even say when we play once a week, at least a board game or something, you don't have any Alzheimer's. So it's working the brain. Okay. Another key thing for the mind is motivation, inspiration. Yeah. So you might be still, but you're up here, you're like, wow, you're motivated, And you ever seen those movies like, wow, you feel happy and you feel like you're moving, but you're sitting still, yeah. So that's very important. Okay. And the third is the state of mind. So if you keep yourself more positive, so even with all this stuff going on, you got to find that one nice thing that keeps it positive, and that's the thing that keeps you going, the energy up. Yeah. So those three key things. It has a lot of layers on any of it, but that's the main thing. Okay, so I don't want to be rambling too much. I hope it's within. This, I find there's so much information to share, so I gotta really start pumping out these videos because the way I learn more now is by sharing, breaking it up to the students because everybody learns different. Okay, some learn by numbers, some you gotta really slow, some you actually gotta go kind of fast and then slow it down. Some you need the application, okay? Because you need that reasoning why it's this way. Okay, and then some you get the internal energy flowing, the chi and the health. So by me breaking up apart, I really taking everything. Wow, this is how this works a lot more. So I gotta thank you guys a lot of times for helping me learn each time because the more I teach, the more I learn. It's never ending. Okay, so we really get into this form. Um, we'll continue on and we'll break it apart, and then we can focus on some more other techniques, and then we can see different forms or sets we can play with too. Yeah, there's there's so much within just the circular movement itself. But one thing to take away is flowing chi, water element. So just keep your movements constantly flowing. Okay. All right. Always move and always flow. Inhale, up towards the heart, all the way up. Center, palms together, and just take your time and breathe. And thank you so much again for joining this morning with the Tai Chi. And I found a lot of old footage, so I'm gonna of me doing forms and other things. I'm gonna start posting those things a lot here and there. So keep an eye for out for those. Yeah. And yeah, don't be afraid to comment and stuff like that. I grow as I share my self too. Yeah, it's a new experience, especially if, me working one on one or yeah, at the class. You can see the person, so it's easy to fine tune, and we can work with each other to get the flow. Yeah, okay. Only can help if you start asking to. Some of you might be just want to get the form. Some want to feel the health. Some want to get into the each technique a lot deeper. Some really want to get into the application wise of what to do, or using it for yourself for healing, or using it to heal others. So again, thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, take care, and I'll see you next time. Aloha. Okay.